Hi guys, it's Jake. Thank you for watching this video, the Q&A. I know over the night people have sent me some questions which I'm happy to answer, and let's get into it. So, first question is, how do you like school? I like school because of the friends and learning new stuff that I didn't know about before. But I think the only thing for me that I don't like about school is when I get picked. I won't say picked on, but I'd say a bit picked on. Say like jealousy because of who I am. With my YouTube and my writing. I think people do get a bit jealous, and that really does agitate me. But I try my best to ignore it, and that is the only thing I detest about school. But the rest of it's okay. Question number 2. How did you get into writing and making videos? So I'm going to answer the first part of this question. I started to get into writing when I read Roald Dahl's The BFG for World Book Day 2017, and this is briefly mentioned in the memoir for next year, Writing My Way Through Wool. And through some time between 2017 and 18, I produced these like juvenile writings, like my childhood writings, but sadly none of them exist now, which I wanted to publish. But yeah, I got into writing by books by Roald Dahl, Julia Donaldson, Dr. Seuss, Judith Kerr, and David Williams later on. And the second part, how did I start making videos? I started making videos around 2021. I think about 3 years I've been doing this for now, which is really mad. And my friend asked me to, my friend at the time had a YouTube channel, and when he's obviously got a bit popular with his songs, and which I'm very proud of to listen to today. And I don't know. I think I just asked him, and then obviously he taught me through, like the posting and that, and then once obviously I got the hang of it with my first video, The Valley of Secrets or Christmas Tricks, I can't remember. Then it took that from there. At the start, I know I had about 5 subscribers, and then obviously the word got around, and then obviously what I am today, being a writer and then being a YouTuber at the same time. So yeah. Question number 3: who inspired you the most to start writing, and why? Now that is a tricky question because there are so many writers in the world, like Jacqueline Wilson, one of my favourites, Kate Goodwin from America, M.G. Leonard of the Beatles Boys series, and Adventures on Trains and Twitch, and Ice Children. And I don't know, I think just maybe childhood authors like Roald Dahl, Dr. Seuss, and that inspired me, and David Williams. Because at first I had when I was in year 2 and 3, I had this sort of debate with myself, saying, well, am I going to be a builder? Am I going to be a teacher? Am I going to be a writer or an illustrator? Well, look at me today. I am a writer of 7 books, coming on to 8 in January, which is quite exciting. And yeah, so I don't have a favourite writer or someone I could be inspired like an idol, but all those are great. I think all writers are great, depending on what they're saying at. And what specifically motivates you about writing? It depends on the story and the summary, because when I wrote the Fleetwood Girl in January, obviously be published in February due to rejection, which I absolutely got mad. My favourite scenes when Doris Anthony got the protagonist of the book, got a letter from Aunt Mary and didn't know that her uncle was cheating on her, and that was really good to write because I never wrote a romance and a drama at the same time. Obviously, Doris, I won't say too much, but she meets a lover, really, but really come back to England and says that on that cover. Yeah, I won't go into much detail, but if you do want to read the book or any of my other books, then the link will be down below in the description. And yeah, it just depends on the context, really, of the book. Would you ever write fan fiction, or are you just a fully original writer? I think just original, because I'm not a fan fiction writer, no way. I mean, obviously, in lockdown I wanted to write loads of Harry Potter stories, but no, I couldn't do it. I couldn't really do it because I ain't got the mind like J.K. Rowling. I ain't got the same mind. But that's a very good question. How did you even come up with your books? Well, what you hear, what you know, what's in the news, anything that everything like what's in real life, just take from it because that could be anything. Like with Fleetwood Girl, basically I just had a dream about this girl because I did have writer's block after I finished Mrs. Darwin's Week in June 2023, honestly, because it got published. Because I do take time to write the book, edit, then redraft. That's why the book gets so long to write during those months for, as that was on the Send It once, when I did about my, Q&A about my memoir for next year. But I think just what you know and see and what you hear, basically all those in life and in dreams as well. Do you have a favourite author, and are there reasons you started writing? Like I said, childhood writers like Roald Dahl and that, they made me want to write, and I don't have a favourite, but it's a really good question. If it's there's a few similar questions like this, but I will keep answering as well. So, question number 8: if you was famous for something, what would it be? Well, I'm not famous as being a writer and also being self-published. I think I wouldn't rather be famous. I'd rather be a teacher because kids these days need, like, I won't say need mental help, but I think help on their confidence. Because in primary, I had a lack of that. I had a right lack. Because obviously now in our school, obviously I've got loads of confidence, but back then no, I didn't have that sense of confidence. I had confidence to share my stories and my poems, but never to reveal them like what I do now. But yeah, so it's a good question. What's your favourite hobby? Well, writing, but I like to read. I've been reading a book recently. What was it? Oh, what was it by? Oh yeah, One Dog and His Boy by Eva Obbotson. She's one of my favourite writers, like childhood as well. And this was the very last book before she died. And basically, I will do a book review on this. That'll be the next video. That will be the next video. Do not wait on One Dog and His Boy. And also like to sing as well, because in March I took part in my school's talent show, and actually dressed up as Amy Winehouse. And the teacher who just sadly left, Mr. F, called me Amy Palmas, which was quite really genius. And I still, like, my mates still call me like, oh, hi, Amy Palmas. I know, yeah. But yeah, I think the why I did dressed up as Amy is because preserve her legacy, because not many people, obviously, get into like all music, like Aretha Franklin and all that. But I wanted to preserve her legacy, as it marks 13 years yesterday since she died, which was quite wow. And yeah. Would you continue books when you're older? Definitely. This was the thing I was born with. Born to write, born to rule in writing and poetry and that and plays. But yeah, I would definitely do it. Who's your realest friend? I've got many friends. And I can't say, obviously I've asked people, obviously they don't want to be like mentioned. But I think my realest friends are those friends who's been beside me, and not those friends who just took the mick out of me, laughed at me for God knows reason what. And those are real friends. Real friends are where you stick beside you no matter what the situation. But yeah, that's what I'd say. Why did you start YouTube? I don't know, I just wanted to share my knowledge of books, give it a try out, because I was obviously, I've never done this, all the writing and the YouTube for the fame or the attention. I've never done that, because I'm not an attention seeker, so because I have been called an attention seeker, which I'm not. I've never been that, and I don't care what anyone says, I'm not an attention seeker, and I've always been a firm believer about that. But I started YouTube just to share knowledge about books and that, and I know people say, oh, it's boring, but it's not. I found it not boring, because there are people out there who has a hidden hobby about books, and I'm so glad I've started on this channel. Obviously at times I have regretted it in the past, but I do not regret the channel starting at all, and that's why I started YouTube. What made you start writing books? This will be mentioned in the memoir that one Thursday, I can't remember, it was 1 week in June 2022 that I went to the Jim's Wreck-It Book Festival in Leeds Park, which was really, really good. Really excited. And I met Phil L. and I can't say Helen Keller. No, that's not it. That's she's dead. Helen Keller's dead from centuries ago. I don't know why I said that. Helen Rutter. Don't know what I'm laughing about someone being dead. That's quite selfish, but you know. And obviously I said the wrong thing. I thought it was the right person, but Helen Rutter and yeah, and it made me, obviously I had a passion for writing. Obviously I was getting a bit more confident. Then I told them, just keep on writing, and then you'll be great. And then obviously one weekend I became published, and that's how it all began. And yeah, how did you get on with school? I got on with school quite good. There have been times in the past where I've been bullied and that, but I've just ignored it. Just ignore it, get on, they get bored. And that's the most important thing you can do, really. What is your favourite book? I don't have a favourite book. I adore all books because even though they have been written in the past or now, every book is great, no matter what the context, no matter if it's swearing or teaching lessons, still, it is a book. A book of fiction that will, or non-fiction, or any type of context that will teach you something. And all books do teach you a lesson, whether you can't see it or not. And yeah, but it's a real good question. And the final question is, what's your favourite subject at school? I don't have a favourite subject, but I do adore subjects like English, RE, history, photography, French, PSHE. You're learning new things about, obviously, you know, consent, and you know, get a bit more depth on how people can deal with these without deal with the situations. And yeah, I don't have a really favourite subject, but I do have subjects that I do adore because I do take photography, French, and history for GCSE. And yes, so thank you for your questions. And actually, just give me a minute. Someone's just texted me. Oh, question. So it just come through now. Question 17, which was quite good. What's your favourite part about writing books? Ooh, I think the bit of drama, because like I did say, there was part of that in The Fleetwood Girl, which I quite enjoyed, and Mrs. Darwin's Week. So yeah, I will put the link for my books below. And also, I've had a question that why the books are not expensive? Why is it so expensive? Is it for the money? No, it ain't. No, it ain't for the money. Even though I write books, I don't write books for the money. I write books so people can enjoy them. And I try my best to negotiate with the publishers about lowering it down. But I will, honestly, I will do my best to make the books as cheap as possible for the future. And got one more question, question 18, which is, if you could be any animal, what would you be? I've got two, actually, cats, because obviously they're lazy. I won't say lazy, but lazy, playful, hissy, you know, but chilled content. And a panda, because obviously they're cuddly, they're obviously daft, because I can be daft at Sam's, with my awkward laughs and my little, yeah, my awkward laughs and that, and I'd be a panda, so yeah. And because I actually got dressed up as a panda a few years ago for World Book Day. It was absolutely amazing. So obviously, dressed as a panda, and yeah. So yeah, but thank you for watching. It's been good doing this QA again because I did one over a year ago now. And yeah, but I will send the book links out, and also, if you haven't seen it yet, this is the Glittering Atmosphere book. And I'm happy to announce that there will be a paperback edition coming out hopefully in October for the Glittering Atmosphere book, and hopefully make it a bit more cheaper, and that's me at the back of the book. So thank you for watching the video. Have a nice night, and I will see you next time. And yes, so thank you. God bless, and see you soon. Bye.